I'm digging along, and this side was our worst side, and I was like, I'm worried about that collapsing. Actually, this side's pretty freaking bad too. I also own a farm. Here we go. You're now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. So it is Friday. It's gorgeous out right now. We should be doing stuff outside. I'm getting somewhat caught up on life. The waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, getting home at 8 to 10 o'clock at night. You don't get much done in your office work. And you can do so much on your phone, but when you're driving and trucking, you're not answering emails, doing stuff like that. Even when you stop, it's not like I open up and start emailing people. So it makes the challenge. I will be honest on that side of it. The worst part of my day so far, so I've edited 4 days worth of video for you guys. So that's 4 videos. So we started at 6. It's almost noon. So we're doing actually pretty good. Usually people ask me about 2 hours of video. It depends how long it is, how many pieces, everything else like that. It takes some time. And you get sidetracked. You answer some emails. You bounce back and forth. So, I need some John Deere parts. We need that bezel. And I'm sitting here, and the 4640 is right there. And so I'm like, okay. So I jump on Deere's site. Deere equipment lookup link was always top notch. Best of the best. So now, let me pull this one out actually. Come on, there we go. So now, you go to Deere and you're like, okay, where are we at? And if you've never worked on Deere's site, then So, you go to Deere.com and you scroll down here. And it used to be you just type in a number. So 4640. Nope, can't do that. So we got maintenance, we got John Deere genuine shop parts, reman parts. Oh, right here. Parts by equipment. So we're going to count that as, well, our only option is row crop. So let's type in 4640, because that's what it gives us. And then it pulls you to this freaking page, which you're like, oh, visualize your parts of your equipment. View this. Now you got to do this. Well, why? I don't want to enter my serial number. So let's do model number, which we've already entered that, right? 4640. Mid-size. Unable to locate parts catalog. So Deere took a perfectly good thing, and I know some people are going to freak out about Deere moving to Mexico, this and that. It's business. The world does it. I get it. I run older Deere stuff. We don't have 8Rs. We're not buying new choppers and combines, stuff like that. So what I do doesn't really matter because most of these parts are made in those places already. Yeah, them laying a lot of people off in Illinois and Iowa and all that place, and it's moving to Mexico. They've had Mexican tractors forever. So it isn't the best. It's not good. It goes back to politics and economics and business. So if there's money to be made, they're going to go somewhere else to keep the business going. And it's sad. We live in a sad world. But I am very frustrated that they took something so good, because Deere parts lookup was so good, and they've made it so stupid that here I am, unable to locate catalog list for this model. So I might be doing something wrong, but they clearly changed absolutely everything to make life harder. And when I was at the Deere dealer at United, they were like, yeah, they did some weird stuff over the last few months. So we're going to go over here. Like, hold on. Alrighty. So here we are. They got a DB50 in here. Why am I looking up a 4640 and you got a DB50? That doesn't make any sense. Please pause. We'll be back. Oh, 4th gen monitor. That's $8,300. Oh my god. We got belts, we got steps. None of the stuff that I wanted. Find your local shop parts. Find your local dealer. No parts found. Fultonville. It's got my right dealer. If I have to sign in, it's just annoying. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why, dear? Why'd you mess this up? Alrighty, I needed to call a rocket ship. So, Deere.com brings you to this stupid page, right? And we've been messing around. It won't let me do anything. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, it's got parts catalog, which then opens up, well, it goes to that page. And then you can type it in, and then you got your ideas. Sean Baldwin's calling me. Gotta answer this one. Hey, you're on YouTube. Yeah, you're on YouTube. Right. Alrighty, so we got the bezel ordered. $26 aftermarket through Allstate Parts. $14 in shipping. Yeah, even Green Parts Store wanted $50 for that thing. It's plastic little... Alrighty, so today's bothered me some. We got quite a bit of stuff to do, and sitting in an office drives me absolutely nuts. But it's all part of a business. And believe it or not, this is multiple businesses going on all at the same time. And my only hired help is Yanko. And I hear him walking around every now and then playing with the ball in the other room. So he's not much help during the office hours. Alrighty. We are done with office work. We got to go to the post office at some point. Our garden has got out of control. Everything this way, other than there's like one carrot and a potato plant growing. But as I said, we'd check it. So I don't remember the last time I dumped this out, but so far this week, at least, we have got 1.5 inches of rain, which isn't bad. Our corn's looking really, really good. We got a few little yellow spots out there. We were never going to be able to get back out there and top dress. There's some people that, you're too late. I can't believe you're doing that. That's the improper way of doing it. I'm sorry, we don't all have the perfect piece of equipment, and we couldn't get in on time, and we had to afford the urea. And I'm glad I waited because it got cheaper. But already, update on the garden. I'm trying to weed it just for a quick second so you guys can see something. We got onions growing over here. They're doing very good. I'm very excited about it. I do like onions. That's about the only thing that's worth anything over here. Let me get the stuff around my rain gauge out, and then I'll show you the other side. So we got a random radish. We got onions. We got 1, 2 carrots. Peppers are coming along nicely, actually. So peppers, green peppers are right there. So we're a little tight. We're gonna have a ton of freaking tomatoes. So they're actually looking pretty good. Those peppers are not doing anything. I think they're too shaded. Same with these peppers. And then here's still a weed. Green beans, they're kicking. But honestly, at the end of the day, our green beans, or our peas, is it peas? I don't even know. We're good at growing peas, I think. So they're not real ready yet, but I keep eating them because I'm hungry. So we got a weed right here. But alrighty, I figured I'd give you guys an update. That's the problem. You leave for a few days and, well, we come back every night, but it's not like we're out here working on it. So today is Friday. We got the excavator. We actually got that for like a long-term lease, which is long-term rental. So I really appreciate Eklund's with it. Absolutely awesome. We got to do some digging. I need a culvert pipe, and honestly, we're going to tear that down. People keep saying, oh, take the tin off, take the tin off. If you want to come over and climb up it, on your liability, have at it, because everybody keeps telling me that, and then when I look at it, I go, I'm not climbing on that. So I'd rather just rip it off and deal with it. But alrighty, probably mow the yard quick and get cleaned up. Wait on the post office to open back up so we can drop packages off to you guys. New merch is in the works too. Very excited for that. When it comes out, I'll tell you guys and we'll talk about it. And there's something crawling. Is that a tick? I don't know. And we gotta look at corn. We gotta pick up pipe. We gotta do a lot of things today. So running behind because of this. But You guys are awesome, and I gotta stop eating these because they're not. I'm not gonna. Oh, those are. Gotta love them fresh. Alrighty, little update on the homestead. Okay, we are rolling to the post office. Send you guys some merch out, and then after that we are. What are we doing? Swing past some cornfields, just see how they're looking, and then go up to 7M, get some culvert piping, and yeah, we're gonna fix a culvert today, make our lives easier, so that we don't have any issues in the fall during harvest time when we're busy. So trying to think ahead. A bunch of people have grass down. Beautiful weather for the next few days, and I'd like to get some projects really done up. So snuck through town, packages are sent. Got ourselves a slice of chicken bacon ranch. What's up, Nate? Put the race car trailer out. What are we doing? Going to 7M. Gonna get some culvert pipe and see exactly what it is, what the damage is there. So last time we went to 7M, it was last year. What did we get? Waters, a gate. It was a good overall. Forgot it's Friday. The town boys don't work on Fridays. They work, what is it, 4/10s in the summer and 5/8s in the winter or something. Alrighty, let's see how our corn looks too. Oh my, yes, looking so much better. So all this got hit with urea. It's jumping. Same with, we're a little yellow on that corner, but overall that was a big bump. We'll come up the other road. I think on our way back I'll sneak up through here. Not amazing, but remember, ledge rock right here, and it gets so much better over the edge. So that looks a lot better than last year, and it looks a whole lot better than it did 2 weeks ago. Must have been about 2 weeks ago when we spread urea. Yeah, a week ago. 10 days. Because today's Friday, so last Thursday we brought the spreader back. There is worse corn around, so. Ooh. That's that wet feet. Corn does not like wet feet. And this year, that a lot of places it was that way. Yeah. I was talking to my seed salesman this morning, and he said his corn's looking amazing where it didn't get rained out. Where it got rained out, there's nothing growing. Christian right after with the baler. It was like $90 difference from a 12 to a 15, so I got 20 or 40 foot of 15. But holy smokes, they've been building and building and building. They got quite the bit. They got everything you need, honestly. And that's their rental shop over there. So we gotta go back, and we're gonna use all 40 foot. Originally I was like, maybe like 25 foot or so, but now I got an idea. We're gonna make it happen. They got all the wood. They got any of your supplies you need. And they are. Here's the tile line. We're gonna have to come back and grab some tile line at some point once we figure out what we broke and what we need. We send all the way out and take a left. So we'll be pointing ourselves back out. These buildings were not here last time I was here. Quite the operation. There they are. I did have some on Facebook Marketplace that we found, and then I said, never mind. Well, we failed to get through. Oh, he's right there. That's handy. I was gonna say I thought those were 12s. And he said, oh, pull ahead, I grabbed the wrong one. Oh. Railroad ties. cement blocks. So there is a lot of Amish up in this area. Quite a bit of Amish that moved in. We're south of the river, remember that. So they are Amish, but they do like their power. As my fuel guy said, he goes, I deliver quite a bit of fuel to these places that run their generators on fuel. So he's getting what we need, grabbing two, checking them for me. We'll back up, back underneath them, get loaded, go back, dig. We're making, it's the little things like this that go along, that are gonna go a long, long way in the long term that we don't have to worry about again. Not going anywhere. So they got quite the supply of everything. What's that, 18? Those are 24s, 30s, and so on, I think. Maybe these are 12s, that's 8, 12s, 15s. No, 8, 12s, 15s, so on and so on. But we're good to go. Yeah, they're rental fleets. Bobcat, see, everywhere we go. Bobcat making it happen. What do they got out there? Oh, they do have a mini skid. We do need a mini skid for some things and stuff. All right. We'll get home. It's like 12 minutes, so. So here we are on the left. This was the super tall stuff that I was a little bit nervous. Didn't get close enough up the road. And there's a lot of people that were really worked up that we were gonna burn it. Everything was gonna be a disaster. You don't ever spread fertilizer in the rain, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go with it's looking good. Very good, actually. I'll pull over up here. Outside rows. Somebody said the outside rows are your best rows. I don't know a single farmer that outside rows are their best rows. Somebody did point out below, or after that comment was made, that wildlife, compaction, all of that stuff makes it much more challenging on the outside rows. So you don't put as much nutrients right up to the edge unless you're like anhydrous or spreading, well, even spreading manure, because you're not overlapping any of it. Look. We'll walk in. So we got a little bit of nitrogen burn on the leaves. You can see that there. But if you remember when we were up spreading fertilizer or hauling manure, we saw that there was nitrogen burn from them drop tubing it. So that will work its way out. But overall, I'm gonna go with these plants are gonna be much, much better off because of it. So very pleased with it. Nice and green. Things are looking good. Yeah. This stuff will jump next few weeks, and hopefully we'll start tasseling out. I know there's people tasseling. I know there's people not tasseling. It is what it is to a lot of people. Well, the county has been going by with trucks, and I figured they were still working on the crossovers, but back there they had one of the culverts paved. So maybe they're paving them down right now. I sure hope they have this paved by the end of the year. I haven't asked them. I haven't asked anybody, really. I'd figure one of you guys watches along and you'd write in the comments, but they're not right here. But is the road paved? No, it's not paved yet. It does look good. Boy, is it gonna be nice. Up there's paved, like slab paving, but they did that with the other road, and then they came back and actually paved the whole thing. So, yep, that's paved right there. Here's paved. I believe Dan is out, or he was out tending hay, so I think all of his hay this way. I think he's wrapping up first cutting, which is good. I gotta make some more room in my storage so that I'll probably chop third and bale second if I have a home for it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, they paved quite a bit. But yes, Dan's on the right, on the left over the hill, and then the big ones. So I take it he dropped all of it. This week's weather looks really good. A lot of people are hammering out some hay, making it happen. And we're working on projects, getting things done. Very excited. I don't know where all the trucks were going. This morning they've been running right past, so they must be on the other side of the hill. I don't really know. Let's see. Paved. It's a lot better than it was, but paved road will be really good. Yeah, Dan got this all dropped out. Last year we mowed. Did we mow all this? We mowed some of it. Previously, when we worked with the excavator, we went up the backside, fixed the culvert there. Right here actually filled itself in. We could see down into the culvert. So as we see right here, that's all, it's a metal pipe going somewhere, and it doesn't work very well. And what this does, there's a spring that feeds the pond, and then it overflows and comes down through here. Same with tile line that comes down here. So I didn't need a huge pipe. Probably could have went with a 12, but I was thinking long term. Went with a 15, but 40 foot of 15. So that might stick out a little more, so we don't have this little weird basin, which will be good, if you know what I mean. So we can mow it, keep things nice. We do have to go by mow all this, and then it's going to go further that way, like quite a bit further. And the biggest pain, you get done here and you got to fold up to go from there to there with mower, tedder, whatever it is. So if we got more distance, along with if we have the combine head on coming across here, you got to rub against there. If we have more distance, we are in a good spot. So 40 foot of it is going to put us out that way and make coming back and forth across here a lot better, keep things cleaner. I'm going to go down, probably dig that ditch really nice, and then we'll use all the material to fill in everything. So that's what we're thinking. I'm going to jump in the E60, and we will slide down here, start digging, see how far we make it. We got the pipe, $491 for 2 pipes. So really not that bad. 15 inches. We still got to drain the water and get the 4 totes back. So, well, figured out why it collapsed in, or it was collapsing in, because it wasn't connected to nothing. That was just laid up against it and it had split. But metal pipes, yeah, they tried to put a little cover over it at some point, but yeah, all shale. So pull this up, get this out of the way, and yeah, this little machine is not so little. This is a good unit. I was thinking when we talked about it, I was like, looking at the sizes and stuff, this will hold its own out here. What's up, boys? You still got grass out here, so don't even give it to me like that. We'll mow down the thistles and I'll clean up these piles. We're gonna need the piles. So I'm digging along, and this side was our worst side, and I was like, I'm worried about that collapsing. Actually, this side's pretty freaking bad too. No wonder we had some issues. Some of the damage of it being crushed is me picking it up, but that there was no pipe left. Huh. Sometimes when you do stuff and you're like, it costs money, it's expensive, and then you come across something like this and it's like, oh, glad we're doing it now instead of when this falls all in, and then we just got to fill it in, and then it's gonna be a headache. Makes me feel good today. We're having a good day. I do love working on my own stuff instead of trucking, but if we didn't truck, we wouldn't have the money for this pipe. So oh yeah, I gotta dig right there a little bit more. So I went down, dug all the ditch all the way down. This is a hell of a machine. Moves right along, long reach, can put it out to the next one. My end goal now for this area right here, because as you see, it grows up with weeds. We don't mow all the way up to the edge. As time comes and funds get easier and easier, we will run 12-inch pipe. So this 12-inch pipe should go out to there, or 15-inch pipe should go out to there. So if we had 3 more, we could run all the way down to the end cover this over, make it look good, farm across it, not have it grow up with weeds and everything else like that. This drainage ditch does nothing for this field. It is simply an axis across from there down into here. So that is where we're at. I got to dig a little bit there, a little bit there, then we'll put the pipe in. And this went way quicker than I thought. Okay, so we got the pipes off. One is in. We're gonna slide this in, get it all nice. Where are we going? We'll make it happen. This is where two people makes it a lot better. Yanko doesn't have thumbs, so he can't run this. Otherwise, I bet he'd be a good operator. You know, his focus to attention. Yeah. We got piles in the way. Now we'll make it happen. We'll throw it in there. I'm gonna be excited when we get all these little things done for the future. More will come up on the farm as we go, but like that culvert was gonna make a pain sooner than later. Get a little bit of weight on this end. We do got some bigger rocks that I plan on putting up at the front. Got it all hooked up, got the pieces, the splice pieces in. Well, we'll backfill it over, but I definitely think maybe one more for right now, get it down there, give us a huge spot. Yeah, it's money. Trying to make our lives better. Well, that is progress. We gotta let this settle a little bit. Keep my AC in there. Smooth it out some. We got a bunch of rocks built up around over here. Probably get some other stuff go on, but yeah. This has worked out. So we got some rocks in the roadway that we just gotta pick by hand. And yeah, rocks, little rocks. So we went from, I don't even know, a failing culvert, clearly a failing culvert, which, yeah, it was done. And this big giant rock, which I'm gonna move out front for the culvert project out there. So hopefully we got enough culvert for that. But so it went to about here. I'm gonna say we had 20 foot maybe if we hugged it real close and had to rub against the fence. Now we put 40 foot, and I wanted it to go underneath the fence some more, so that before it came way out here, and technically if we put little animals, little calves out here, they could probably go underneath. Now much more hesitation. Goes over 40 foot of 15-inch culvert, comes down here, and is, when we get done, so I gotta look at my funds and see where we're at, but I would like to go another 20, which will put us out to here, and then eventually just keep running it all the way down so that we can farm right across this. It cleans it all up, looks good long term. But another 20 foot will put us to here and give us this big sweep. So yes, we could stay in the fields. The mowers can keep the wings down if we have somebody in with triple mowers, or the rakes can stay opened up. It's a little stuff like that that over time makes it so much better. But right now it is buried underneath, I'm going to say minimum of two foot. So it dropped down. Last year we dug drainage as much as we could. With this unit we can dig quite a bit. So the pile that I dug We dug 2 piles. One's there and one was here. It all went back over. And we'll let it settle a little bit. Once we get both on, we got some grass seed, we got some projects. So that is night and day difference. I'm glad I pulled the trigger today and did this. I think that's gonna make all the world in the difference when we do have water flow and getting back and forth and farming. Just makes it nice for long term. I think that's gonna do us pretty good. 20 more foot for right now. That way we got something to farm around with. I'm amazed how much deeper I got that ditch. At one point it was that, so we got some other ditch digging to do out back. This one pretty good. I'm not gonna mess with that. It flows, it does its thing, runs where it needs to go. We do have piles that we can pick up. We should probably, well, actually manure hauling just got canceled for one day next week, which I was kind of hoping to do that and then get the truck home. Not the end of the world. It was gonna be Tuesday. It just worked out with the schedule, but that means we are not hauling for well over a week, I think. I would have to say so. So we can get that red truck home, work on some things on that. Well, we're slower. Combine's got to get worked on. There's somebody that asks every time, and I'm like, we're like 3 months out, 2.5 months out. August, September. We here in the Northeast, people chop corn in September. We don't combine in September. So October, November, maybe December. Who knows? Who really knows? Corn is. I'm very excited actually. I feel a whole lot better now. I was nervous. But looking at last year's photos compared to this year, yeah, we're in a much better spot as far as growing season so far. Okay, we're just gonna take this big rock out front because we're gonna need it at some point out there instead of out back here. Good piece of fill rock. Grass is getting along pretty good, so probably next week or so. I gotta get some storage space to put more hay in. What do you think Yanko's been doing? He never got his collar on this morning either, so he's been running around naked. What's up, bud? Yeah, he probably wasn't up to no good, you know. I love it. Oh, we gotta tear this building down. That's what we really need to do tomorrow. Get the dump trailer on the white truck so we can move some stuff around. Probably the scrap, once we get done, we'll throw it in the box trailer, and then the box trailer can leave us. Making progress. We'll walk this down the hill and leave it where out of the way. Yanko rode out with me, but he said no more, he's going back. He was all excited to ride in here, and then he realized that he wanted to do other things. All day I've been wondering, I was like, I feel like this seat is heated right now. It's been heated all day. Somehow the switch on the back side of it got hit, and oh yeah, it was warm. But just grabbing the last bit of that pipe, dropping it up next to the rest of our scrap, and we'll probably call it a day. Been a good day so far. Okay, I think that will be our plan. One more section for now. Yeah. Be able to get all that dirt, cover here, and then it will look good. It'll be all cleaned up, proper. So we got the metal out of here. We got piles of dirt still to move. I'm gonna need 2 hands for that rock, but today was a good day. Got this project checked off thanks to Eklund's with the Bobcat, and that thing's been, I'm very happy with it. Very, very happy with it. So grass still got a little bit of growth left in it before we really want to do anything. I think we're gonna bale it and we'll chop and fill the silo complete to wrap everything up. But at least we are one step closer to being prepared for harvest, because this roadway does takes quite a few loads across it. So if we had a culvert fail and then we had to mess with that, that would not be ideal. So, but alrighty, I'm just kicking rocks around now. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. We might tear some stuff down. We might build some more stuff like we did today, and we'll really have to see exactly what goes on. But you guys are awesome. Have a good one.